Kimmel, he's very mad at me, and I know you're close to him.
I've heard of
I
that.
hope you tell him that, I'm sorry that, they got bent out of shape. I don't think I did anything wrong. We can have disagreements.
I agree.
I mean, you and I don't agree on everything. Look at this clash now, and yet we're cool. Sometimes I am a little brash about me when they compare me with the other late night guys, and I'm like, I'm not like you guys. I'm not. You could all exchange your monologues, all of you, and no one would know the difference in tone. Tone, okay?
Tone, yeah.
Whereas me, I'm not there. I'm not
agree.
in on your, I don't just buy into the left-wing bullshit. And I never stop making fun of the right-wing bullshit.
Bill Maher has fired off blistering criticism at Jimmy Kimmel and America's late-night political comedians, and the internet is buzzing. Once close friends, Maher revealed that their relationship cooled after he refused to follow Kimmel's increasingly partisan direction. He didn't sugarcoat it either, calling out what he sees as glaring double standards in modern late-night TV. The exchange was bold, direct, and impossible to ignore. If you're ready for unfiltered political commentary, let's dive in.
Bugs me so much. My tribe is supposed to be the left, but these are the people who just can't talk to you unless you're exactly there. Whereas the Republicans, they always fucking come to my show. John Kennedy from Louisiana was on last week, took his beating like a man, like they all do. And we came across lovingly and smilingly and happily, and we can disagree.
I agree.
You and I aren't always completely on the same page, although we're very close because we're both smart guys. But, I just don't get that.
Maher didn't just aim outward. He turned the spotlight on his own side. He argues that too many on the left have isolated themselves in ideological bubbles, where the same talking points are recycled without challenge. It may feel comfortable, but it creates fragility. The moment someone pushes back or questions assumptions, the argument often falls apart. For Maher, that's a serious issue. When debate disappears, credibility follows. And that ultimately weakens the very causes people claim to defend.
Shit at all.
Right.
And, if that's not good enough for you, then I think you're the asshole. And I don't think Jimmy is an asshole.
No,
I think
not.
he's a great guy. And it bugs me that, because of what the latest thing was, that, we may never talk.
You guys should be thick as thieves and on the same page. And I'll tell you something interesting, talking about left and talking about right.
Despite the tension, Maher has made it clear that disagreement doesn't equal hostility. We're not meant to share identical beliefs, politics, or ideologies. A functioning society depends on diverse opinions. Yet too often, dissent is treated like betrayal. Maher challenges that mindset, arguing that healthy debate should lead to conversation, not character attacks or attempts to erase opposing views. Respectful disagreement is a sign of intellectual maturity, not weakness.
Stamp. I mean,
well, maybe
you can't tell me that Congress.
I don't mean Congress. I mean, amongst the tastemakers, your sort of Tucker Carlsons, your Candace Owens, your Ben Shapiro's.
You're right, they're all over the map.
They're all battling
They're fighting each other.
Right, and on the left, everyone's sort of lockstep in terms of the tastemakers.
Right, Ben Shapiro, Yarmulke, Tucker Carlson, Hitler.
Right.
Not so bad.
Right. So
what the fuck?
But all I'm saying is whether you agree or disagree.
Let's be honest. This isn't a personal feud. It's a public disagreement. And that's the essence of democracy. Ideas must clash to be tested. But Maher raises an uncomfortable point. Many people quietly disagree with extreme positions within their own political circles but stay silent out of fear. Fear of backlash. Fear of being ostracized. That's not unity, that's pressure. And when disagreement becomes taboo, open dialogue suffers.
A good look for the woman party that all the guys were speaking out for Jimmy Kimmel when Trump went after him, except on the woman's show, where for 5 days the outspoken hosts were suddenly as quiet as a geisha. Then on the 5th day, they rose and said, no one silences us. No one had to. You silenced yourself.
Tensions escalated when Jimmy Kimmel was briefly suspended over controversial comments on his show. Maher didn't focus on the specifics, he focused on the response. He questioned why hosts on The View remained silent when Kimmel faced backlash. These are voices that often champion free speech and fairness. So why the quiet? Maher suggests the silence looked intentional, avoiding risk rather than defending principle.
Continued, did you all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? No, I thought you would, but then you didn't. 5 days? Talk about needing extra time to get ready. And if you can't take a breath and laugh at that, you're making my point.
Maher calls out what he sees as selective outrage. When controversy strikes one side of the political spectrum, reactions are swift and passionate. But when similar standards should apply internally, the volume drops. For Maher, principles must apply consistently. If accountability is only enforced when it's convenient, it loses credibility. Values aren't real if they're applied unevenly.
It's just an upbeat party show. That's why they hired people named Joy and Sunny and Whoopi. Girls, let me go out strong, okay? It won't kill you. I promise. It's happened to me, and I may go out after this show. We don't know. We don't know. And, Jimmy, look, I don't think what he said was exactly right. I don't. We don't agree on that. He still lose his job.
Even so, Maher has defended Kimmel. That's important. This isn't personal, it's philosophical. Maher refuses to turn comedy into pure partisanship. He believes satire should challenge everyone, not just political opponents. In today's media climate, balance can be mistaken for betrayal. But Maher insists that independence means not aligning blindly with any side.
Aaron, to try to say that these nuts who do these things are any team. Jimmy's wrong, I think, to put him in one team. But, look at what this guy is doing. I mean, Jimmy has every right to be wrong, but look at this guy. He was doing porn video games with furries. He was on a game called Furry Shades of Gay 3. This kid is in his basement with VR goggles on, getting virtually ass-fucked by a cartoon wombat? And you're gonna put politics into this?
This philosophical divide may be where the friendship drifted. Maher openly criticized the broader trend of politicizing late-night comedy. Once known for humor, sketches, and light-hearted interviews, many shows now lean heavily into political commentary. Maher believes that shift has changed the tone of the genre. His critique isn't aimed at one host alone. It's directed at the entire direction late-night television has taken.
And finally, new rule, stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma, sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious. Now, I mentioned this karma stuff on the show last week because I was relating how many texts and emails I got from people congratulating me on receiving a karmagram from the universe in the form of Whoopi Goldberg's chastisement.
When Whoopi Goldberg was suspended over controversial remarks, Maher stayed consistent. Whether he agreed with her or not, he defended her right to speak without losing her job. That's the principle. Criticize speech, yes. Silence it, no. Maher argues that disagreement doesn't mean hatred. Adults can debate intensely and still respect one another. You don't cancel friends, you challenge them.
Shouldn't have to conform to or apologize for her views on race, as much as I disagree with them. And she certainly shouldn't have to sit out like a child and think about what she did. The View suspending someone for sharing a view is like firing Pat Sajak for selling a vowel.
At its core, this debate is about free expression in a democratic society. America has long upheld the idea that even uncomfortable speech deserves protection. Disagreement isn't a crime, and offense isn't the same as harm. Systems already exist to address speech that crosses legal boundaries. But when public outrage replaces due process, democratic norms weaken. Debate ideas. Challenge arguments. Offer counterpoints. But silencing voices undermines the very principles democracy stands on.